Good morning, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I'm going to do your June the 17th Spiritual Principle a Day in a meditation. Let's go ahead and get into that meditation. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Okay, the title of this meditation, Building Trust and Trustworthiness. Through our developing relationship with our sponsor, we learn about the principle of trust that comes from it. It works. Step one. More often than not, a last-ditch effort to stay out of jail, keep a job, or hang on to a relationship drives us through the doors of NA. We'd stopped using plenty of times before, but staying stopped seemed beyond us. We knew something had to change, and honestly, we had nothing to lose. When we looked around at that first meeting, we saw people who understood our plight because they had been there. They'd experienced the high price of low living. The NA program worked for them. Maybe it will work for us too. Desperation may have brought us to NA, but inspiration keeps us coming back. Trust hadn't been on our radar, but we are somehow willing to accept a few suggestions. Just a few days in, and we're committed to attending a meeting a day for 90 days. We even reach out to other members between meetings. With each passing day, we feel a little better and trust in this NA way a little more, and our actions show it. We've begun to trust the process, but we'll need a guide, a sponsor, if we want to give this a fair shot. You don't have to trust everyone, we're told, but you've got to learn to trust someone. This seems like solid advice. The source, a more experienced member, seems trustworthy. How about you? We respond. Will you sponsor me? It takes time for most of us to shed our armor, but sponsors have a way of gaining our trust little by little. One of us shares some truth about our life and experience, and the other returns the favor, as one member put it. In the process, we develop trust and eventually intimacy. It's a pattern of behavior we can replicate in other relationships as sponsees, sponsors, partners, and friends. Following my sponsor's example, I will build trust a little at a time. I'll learn to trust and be trustworthy in small amounts by being true to my word, supportive of others, and open to intimacy. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. I don't know why that put a smile on my face. That put a smile on my face. And in that moment of saying the prayer, I looked around my office and I had a deep sense of gratitude. Have you ever been in my office? Well, probably only a couple really know me that well, right? But in my office, wall to wall, there's shelves, different sorts, right? On one wall, it's personal, but the other four walls are books. And I'm looking directly at this one bookshelf and I'm seeing all of these books lined up. And I see binders from various colleges I've been to that have my syllabuses in them. And I just had this sense, this overwhelming sense of gratitude. Look how far you've come from not trusting even yourself to trusting other people to help you along the way, to trusting the process, trusting a sponsor, trusting my mentor. Trust is something that we build. And as we build trust, we're also developing trustworthiness. Do people recognize you as a force, a being, a person that they can trust? Can they come to you with a conversation and know? I mean, really know that it's not going to go anywhere? Or are you one of those people, unless they tell me it's private, I don't treat it like it's a secret? Are you that type? Or are you the type that you just assume that if they're coming to you and not announcing it in a meeting, that it's private and that you need to keep it? That develops trustworthiness. And that is an attribute not many people have. Think about it. Because when we come into the fellowship, we came because we were trying to save something, mostly our behind. Maybe a relationship. Unlikely that we were trying to save a job, but it's possible that some employee assistance program caught you into a meeting, sent you to a meeting or something like that. That's possible to save a job. But the reason we stay is not desperation. The reason we stay is inspiration. And in the staying, we find that now there's nowhere to hide, there's nowhere to run, right? Everyone understands the disease of addiction. It's nothing to be ashamed of here. And so now we find ourselves face to face with a bunch of people that are reading our mail because they have the same similar, they have similar experiences. And we have an opportunity to start trusting them or stay in distrust, to become trustworthy or continue to be considered untrustworthy. I truly believe that people that have the reputation of gossiping, backbiting, character assassinating, and some people have the audacity to do it in the middle of their shares as they share, those sniper shares, they're not trustworthy people. They haven't developed that. And it's unfortunate because a lot of times people decide whether or not they're going to be bothered with you by what you share and how you share it, whether you're talking about yourself or someone else. So developing trustworthiness is important too. Today, I hope that this is a meditation that will move you towards closer, moves you towards building trust and trustworthiness, being able to extend it and being able to receive it. It's a beautiful place to be in recovery. My name is MightyStream. I've enjoyed talking to you today, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. As a side note, there is a whole year of the Just for Today NA meditations already completed. So if you ever wake up in the morning and you don't see it, you can go to the one that I did last year just by typing in the similar title and the date that you're looking for. Okay, or you can go to all my videos. There's well over 800 at this point, and you could type in and search for the day of the Just for the Day that you're looking for. So very shortly, in less than a month, the spiritual principle a day in a meditation will also have a complete year available for you. But you need to hang in with me there for just a few more weeks before that set is completely done. Okay? Have a beautiful day on purpose.